Today we are going to discuss about an important topic called as route of drug administration. There are various route of drug administrations. This is a very important unit for nursing students, and mainly in examinations they may ask you many important questions related to various route of drug administration. As a nurses, it is very important thing to know about various skills of route of drug administration. So when you become a nurse, the first thing comes to our mind is the injections. So here we are going to learn about various techniques or various route of drug administration in detail. This is the first video on first main important names related to route of drug administration. So we are going to see every route in detail in other videos. First we are going to see about various route of drug administrations in their names. First, a small introduction to the topic. So drug may be administered by different routes. That can be due to or different routes like local or systemic or other routes like inhalation and rectal. These are the various routes by names. Mainly it is given by, it can be by systemic, or it can be a local, or it can be in other routes. So the first thing, a small introduction. The selection of an appropriate route of administration determines its onset, duration, intensity and degree of localization of action. It means that, see, according to the route, the drug action or the beginning of the drug is calculated. For example, onset means beginning. So how the beginning may be depends on the route. So the route is very important. Same like that, duration. What is the strength? How much time the strength of the drug will maintain? It means the duration. So how much? It depends on the route of drug administration. The third word is intensity. Intensity is the power, or how much intensity each drug has depends on the route of administration. And last one is the degree of localization of the drug action. For example, when we are taking any medications for example, the stomach pain. So localization of drug to the stomach depends on the appropriate route. For example, if you take some oral drugs or oral tablets, it may take some little bit time. For example, it is an injection, it may act faster. So it means that degree of localization of drug action depends on the route of drug administration. So the various route depends on the onset, duration, intensity and degree of localization of drug action. So next we are going to a chart which is based on what are various classification of drug routes. This is a chart. So we can study this chart very easily. So the chart depends on various medication administration classifications based on two main things. It can be systemic or it can be local. Systemic and local are the basic main classification. So systemic is divided into mainly very important two classification, that is enteral or parenteral. Enteral meaning through oral routes. Oral or whatever we are taking through stomach, that is called as enteral, or gastrointestinal system, that is called as enteral. For example, main enteral route of drug administrations are oral, that is through mouth, sublingual, sub means under, lingual means tongue. So sublingual means under the tongue. So we are keeping the medication or drug under the tongue. Next is buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means cheeks. We are keeping the drug in between cheeks. Next one is rectal, through rectum or anus. Or we are keeping through the form of suppository into the rectum or anus. So next point is parenteral drugs. So that is enteral routes, that is parenteral routes. Enteral route means through gastrointestinal system. Parenteral route means other than enteral routes are called parenteral routes of drug administration. So there are various or different types of parenteral route of drug administration. In that we divided into, or the book knowledge gives us, there are main 2 points. One is injection routes and other one is inhalational routes. Injections. When you go to any hospital, we see a lot of nurses are doing injections. Different types of injections through different methods. If you see all the things, you can understand it. They use different techniques for each type of injections. So the first main injection routes. There are 4 major types of injection routes. four major types. The first four major types in that, the first one is intradermal or ID. Intra means into the skin, that is called as intradermal. Second one is subcutaneous. Sub means under, cutaneous means skin or SQ. Subcutaneous means under the skin. Third one is intramuscular. Intra means into the muscle, that is called as intramuscular or short form in IM. Fourth one is intravenous. Intra means into the vein or IV. Okay, these are the four major types of parenteral route of drug administration. So intradermal, subcutaneous, intramuscular and intravenous. These are the four major types. Other types of injection routes are intrathecal, intraosseous, epidural, intracardiac, intraarterial, intraarticular and intraperitoneal. These are the other main types. In this video, we are going to see each one in name and each one in a small note so that we can easily learn each one easily. Okay, so these are the main injection routes. Once again, intradermal or ID, subcutaneous or SQ, intramuscular or IM, and intravenous or IV, or intrathecal, intraosseous, epidural, intracardiac, intraarterial, intraarticular and intraperitoneal. I want our students to pronounce it with me so that you can pronounce each route of drug administration easily. So you should pronounce it easily. So please pronounce with me all points or all types of injection routes so that you can remember it easily. So the second type of parenteral route is inhalation. So we will see all this in the other video and each one separate in each videos. So the other classification is a local route. So we can apply on the topical areas or topical applications or in the form of ointment or in the form of any drops. So the first, we can topical application, the help of ointment we can use, or liniment or lotions we can apply on the skin or skin applications. That is a local, first main type of local application, that is skin application. Then we can apply on the ear or ocular or optic. Okay, ear application in the form of ointment or in the form of drops, eye drops. You have heard about eye drops. So eye drops. Next one is ear or otic or ear. We can put drops in the ear. That is the other form of applications. Next one is nasal and transdermal. Nasal means you are putting drops in the nose. So nasal and transdermal. These are the main types of route of drug administrations. Okay, so medication administration classification is divided into mainly two routes, systemic and local. In that enteral, and systemic route is divided into two, enteral and parenteral. Enteral means through gastrointestinal system, that is oral, sublingual, buccal and rectal. These are the parts of the gastrointestinal system. That is why it is called as enteral route. And other routes, other than enteral routes are called parenteral routes of parenteral routes of drug administration. That is divided into mainly into injection routes and inhalational routes. Inhalational routes means we can give medication through nose. For example, you have seen nebulization. That is an classic example of inhalation route of drug administration. Next is local routes. These are the main types of local routes of drug administrations. Okay. So next we are going to the slide each. The first one is enteral route of drug administration. Okay. So already as we have seen each one. First one is oral. Orally by, or medication is taken by mouth. Or medication we are taking, or tablets. It can be tablets, capsule, caplets, or these everything we can take in the form of solid things. We can swallow through mouth. That is called drug can be taken by mouth. This route is called as oral route of drug administration. Okay, oral route of drug administration. Next is sublingually. Sub means under, lingually means tongue. So sublingually. So the drug we are placing under the tongue. Okay, so you cannot chew it. We should tell the patient not to chew it. So we are keeping the drug under the tongue. So that is called as sublingual route of drug administration. Next one is buccal cavity or buccal, in between the gums and cheek. Okay, most probably you are seeing some people are keeping some illicit things under their cheeks. That is a route of buccal route of drug administration. You are seeing some layman, you are doing all the things, you are keeping some illicit things under the cheeks. That is a classic example of a buccal root. Okay, so we are keeping, as health professionals, we are keeping medications in between gums and cheeks. That is a buccal route of drug administration. Next one is rectal. Rectal means anal. This is a part of our gastrointestinal tract. We are keeping in the form of suppository. Suppository are solid things which melts with our body temperature. So that kind of things we are keeping in the rectal region through rectum or anus. That kind of administration is called as rectal route of drug administration. So these are the main enteral routes of drug administration. Okay. Next we are going to the various parenteral routes. Various parenteral routes are divided into 4 major types of drug administration. 4 major types. Why I divide like this? This is the main important area your questions may come. What are the different type of routes, and you will get questions from each route of drug administration, how to apply, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. In other videos we will discuss with each route of drug administration we will discuss each of the routes advantages and disadvantages. Here we are going to mention each one to study the names. The first one is intravenous route. Intravenous route or IV. Intravenous, we are parentally administering the medication into the vein. Okay, that route is called as intravenous. We are administering medication into the vein or IV. So it is a very important route of drug administration, intravenous. Okay, intravenous. Venous means vein here. So intravenous. Next one is intramuscular. Intramuscular or short form in IM. Okay, so why I am giving all this short form? Why? Because when you go to clinicals or when you see doctors prescribing, they always write like this: IV, IM, ID, and subcutaneous SQ. So these are the short form. Okay, accepted in the medical dictionary. So we keep IV, IM, and ID and subcutaneous. So normally they will write like this. So it is very important to learn like this short forms also. So intramuscular means IM. It means that, so we are giving or administering medication into the muscle. There are various muscles in a human body where we can administer medication into the muscles. So for example, deltoid, you are seeing some nurses are injecting into the deltoid region or to the buttocks region or to the leg, thighs. Okay, these are the major route of drug administration. We will see each one in the corresponding coming videos. So intramuscular. So IM, we are administering medication into the muscle. Next one is intradermal. Intradermal, we are, intra means within or into the skin. Dermal means skin. So we are giving into the skin. So we are administering the medication into the skin region or just under the skin. The first layer is called as intradermal, that is called as ID, or within the skin. We are administering medication within the skin, that is called as intradermal route of drug administration or short form ID. Okay. Next one is subcutaneous. Subcutaneous. Next one is subcutaneous route of drug administration or short form SQ. Means that sub means under, cutaneous means skin. So we are administering medication, okay, under the skin. So that is called as subcutaneous route of drug administration. So these are the 4 major routes of drug administration. So to pronounce, please say with me. The first one is intravenous route or IV, intramuscular or IM, intradermal or ID, and subcutaneous or SQ. Okay, these are the 4 major types of routes. Okay, this is the skin layers. So that, see, it's very important to know about the skin layers: epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous fat. So the first one, the intradermal injection, we are just injecting under the dermis layer, first layer. So just we are injecting there. So for example, subcutaneous means into the dermis. After the dermis layer, we are putting the needle into the subcutaneous fat area. So that layer we are injecting under the skin. So these are the 2 different between intradermal and subcutaneous injections. So okay, so we are going to see about other parenteral routes of drug administration. The first one is intrathecal. Intrathecal means, thecal means around the spinal cord. So we have in the spinal columns, we have an area so that we can put medication into the around the spinal cord. That is called as intrathecal route of drug administration. Intrathecal. Next one is intraosseous. Intraosseous. Osseous means the bone marrow. So we are injecting into the or within the bone marrow, within the bone marrow. So we are injecting into the osseous, in the bone region. So we are injecting into the osseous. So that is called as intraosseous. That is within the bone marrow. Next one is epidural. So epidural means we are introducing into the space around the dura mater of the spinal cord. So here we are, epidural means into the space around the dura mater. So it is like a pad. Okay, pia mater, arachnoid mater and dura mater. So and in this region, see here we are injecting the medication. So that type of medication, particularly the pain medication, we are injecting in the epidural space. So epidural is one of the famous route of drug administration, that is called as epidural. Okay, particularly the anesthesists will do this epidural route of drug administration. That is a famous one, epidural route of drug administration, introduced into the space around the dura mater of the spinal cord. Okay, so that is called as epidural route of drug administration. Next one is intracardiac. Intracardiac is, intra means into the heart or within the heart. So we are injecting in the fifth intercostal space into the heart. That is called as intracardiac route of drug administrations. That is also one of the famous one, intracardiac. Next one, intra-arterial. Intra means into the artery. So we have veins and arteries for circulation. Arteries always carry pure blood. So in that we are injecting into the artery, or we are taking or injecting into the artery, that or we are administering medication into the artery. That type of medication we call as intra-arterial route of drug administration. So intra-arterial meaning into the arteries. So these are the other main types. Next one is intra-articular. Okay, intra-articular means into the synovial fluid of the joint. Okay, intra-articular on the bone. Okay, there are various drug administration. For example, arthritis, right now injecting into the bone or synovial joint. Synovial joint of fluid-filled joints. So particularly on the knees, we were injecting medication into the synovial fluid. So into the synovial fluid of the joint. That medication, type of medication administration is called as intra-articular. Okay, into the synovial fluid of the joints. Okay, that means that type of route is called as intra-articular. Okay, next one is intraperitoneal. Intraperitoneal means into the peritoneal cavity, that is on the stomach cavity. The stomach cavity we call as peritoneal cavity. So we are injecting medication into the peritoneal cavity. So that is called as peritoneal, intraperitoneal. Or okay, once again, intraperitoneal. Okay, so there are other parenteral routes. First, other parenteral routes are inhalational routes. We are giving medication, for example, bronchodilators. Okay, beta 2 adrenergic bronchodilators we are giving through inhalational routes of drug administration. You have seen these things in the hospitals. Okay, like the form of nebulization. Nebulization is an examples of a inhalational route of drug administration. Okay, so other type is inhalation, and one more I like to say here, it is endotracheal route. We are giving into the endotracheal tubings. So when the patient is admitted with endotracheal tubings, okay, we are administering medication into the endotracheal through the endotracheal tubes. Okay, to the trachea. So that route is called as endotracheal. Okay. Next, I am going to discuss about the topical administrations. Okay, various topical administrations. Okay, first one is we can apply to skin. Already I told. Okay, we can apply medications into the skin. For example, ointments or any lotions. Okay, so these things we can apply on the skins. For example, it can be like a oily thing. We can apply on the skin. Okay, that type of application is called as skin application. Medication can apply to skin, mucous membrane, generally have a local effect. For example, you have pain there, you can apply any medication locally to relieve the pain. That type of medication you can apply to the skin. Next one, otic. Okay, otic, or in the form of ear drops, we can put it in the ear. That is called as otic or ear drops. In the form of drops, you can apply on the, or it can be an ointment. Some doctors will prescribe some ointments so that we can apply on the outer part of your ear. Okay, external canthus we can apply and that type of medications we call as otic application or otic routes, or we can put eardrops into the ear. Okay, so there are different techniques for, even though it looks simple, so there are different techniques as a nurse you should apply. For example, for adult is different, for children is different. So you will see all the things in the next corresponding videos. So that is called as otic drops. So we can apply or we can put eardrops into the ear. Okay, so that is called as otic. Next one is eye or optic or ocula. Ocula means optic. We can put into the ocular or in the eye. So that kind of medication administration is called as optic or ocula. Okay, so that we can put eye drops or ointment. Ointment we can apply outside in the ear, sorry, in the eye, and we can put eye drops in the eye. Okay, so there is a different technique for that. So we will see in all the things detailedly in other videos. So that is optic, and next one is nasal routes. Nasal routes we can put liquid drops. Okay, nasal salines like kind of things we can put in the nose. Okay, so we can put drops in the nasal. So that type of route is called as nasal route of drug administration. That is transdermal. Transdermal, like in the form of patches. Okay, we can apply transdermal patches on the topical regions of the skin, so that the drug will be there and it will absorb or it will give medication correspondingly. So we can apply up to 72 hours transdermal patches. Okay, transdermal, for example, we can apply on the even on the eye also. Transdermal patches is another form of topical administration, okay, or local administration of drugs. Okay, so these are the main things on this. Okay, so we will see each route detailedly in the other classes, in the other videos. So I hope you understand this video. So this is a video related to only the names, focuses on various route of drug administration. I hope you understand various route of drug administrations, and I hope you can learn this very easily. So this is a chart is very useful for you, so you can learn it very easily.